This is a review of the Sega Saturn 6-button controllers for Sega Saturn. Normally this is the MK version, but I have the Japanese version. I tend to go for the Japanese ones more, the gray ones. The white ones break really easy, take my word for it. The black ones break, they break pretty well, but they're pretty durable too. If you get the older ones, the first run ones of this model, of this design, they've got a reasonable durability. I mean, these controllers compared to the ones today, as far as the plastics are concerned, are junk. But the components on the inside, as far as the circuit boards and stuff, are really, really strong. And the older you get them, the stronger they are. Take my word for it. I've smashed numerous controllers in my life, over 100, over various games, over various situations. And I just go on eBay, I'll purchase another one, I'll pick one up for 10, 15 bucks. I got a really good deal on these two. Again, I only play my 2D fighters, Fatal Fury, King of Fighters, Real Bout, Street Fighter, you name it, especially when you're gonna retro it. You know, playing some of the more classic games. Even for platformers, I'll always choose a Sega Saturn for everything. I don't even like analog controllers. I always thought that after this model here, that controllers went into retrograde, that controllers like the Sega Dreamcast, the Knights controller for Sega Saturn was retarded. Even the PlayStation controller, which I don't have a problem with, but I don't have a problem with the button layout. I like how it has extra buttons, extra LNRs in the back, and it's got the two buttons here, the select and start. The only problem is with the D-pad. I can't do anything with the D-pad. And then they forced us to use the analogs, which I have to put an elastic band around because I have such big thumbs. They're always crashing in. They're constantly crashing into them. This right here is my favorite design of all controllers of all time. If you're a 2D fighting game enthusiast such as myself, this model is the Japanese model, and it's Can you see if I can zoom into that? HSS-0101, but the American one that is black and has a Sega Saturn logo is the MK something. I don't know the serial exactly, but I mean the D-pad. You can't beat doing 360s and running your finger across this one, across left and right and up and down. I mean, this is just the premier. Like I said, the premier controller. It's simple to fix. If it does break, I have numerous extra components. I like the color scheme on the Japanese one better. The gray ones are the strongest. The material on the casing is the strongest, as well as the component. If you've got the darker the chip inside, the control chip, I don't know what you want to call it, the microchip, the board, if you would. The darker the color, the stronger it is, the more durable it is. This is the original one that came out with the original Sega Saturn. I like this controller. In fact, it's probably my second favorite controller. I also do like this Super Nintendo controller for its sleek design and simplicity. The only thing I don't like about this controller is the D-pad. I don't like the original D-pad because it's got that dip. This D-pad is not the D-pad of its original design. I ended up swapping D-pads. The great thing about also Sega Saturn D-pads is you can just pop them off, and they're interchangeable with the other model. So you can just, you know, when you're done, I don't like the dip, so boom, you just swap them, and it actually feels better. It's raised, which gives it almost an analog feel, but it's tight, so you actually have control, and it's not loosey-goosey like an analog. The buttons are a little inferior because if you can see, their dip is a little more extreme than the second model that came out for the systems. I'm not even sure that this model came out in Japan. I think they were that this was the original model. I don't recall, but I do think there was some controversy with that. That this was the Jap model always, and this was an American model. I like this one a little more for its size, again, because I have big hands. So like the size of this is kind of perfect. It's kind of exactly what and I got a great grip on the thing, and I can just squeeze that D-pad no problem. You can hear the pop of the start button. I love that. You can feel it depress and repress. I love that. And unpress, if you would. But yeah, again, these are my favorite controllers. And what I use is joy boxes. This is the Mayflash. I just did a review on this. This is the Mayflash PC to USB. And I also use the 3-in-1 PC joy box. I got a great deal on this one, $15. These usually go $25 because they're rarer. Not many people use them. They only use them to put in collections. I actually, in case this one breaks, and it can break numerous ways. I throw controls, punch controls, whip controls. I just get angry because if you play online, you get the lag kicks in and then you get screwed. But all that aside, this is a damn fine controller, and that's my review of the Sega Saturn 6-button.